eating God. That's last week. Today, share with you that God is a family redeeming God. God redeems family. Today we focus on Genesis 27 with 4 main characters. It's Isaac, Rebecca, then we have Jacob, and Esau, the brothers. Okay? So, someone said this, no? Destroy the family and you destroy the society. So you have to get your Bible, then you have to open to Genesis 27. Huh? You walk through it lang. Kasi the sermon now is incorporated into, although the scripture reading now is part of the sermon. So you go through this, no? So the first few verses said, when Isaac was old and his eyes were so weak that he could no longer see, he called for Esau, his older son, and said to him, "My son, here I am," he answered. Isaac said, "I am now an old man, and don't know the day of my death. Now then, get your equipment, your quiver and bow, and go out to the open country and hunt some wild game for me. Prepare me the kind of tasty food I like, and bring it to me to eat, so that I may give you my blessing before I die." Okay? So we now here have a picture that Isaac knew. He was old, that he was about to die. He wanted to give the blessing to his eldest son. But if you read previously, God has already told Rebecca and Isaac that the second will serve the first. Okay? So the blessing will be on Jacob instead of Esau. So ang kibuhat yun ni Isaac is wala niya magpasabot kang Rebecca and Jacob. So get some wild game, then I will bless you before I die. So that one pala will tell you 3 things. One is disobedience. And following, there will be deception. Then there will be distance. Now you go to verse 5, it says, "Now Rebecca was listening as Isaac spoke with son Esau." So ang siyahan na marita sa Bible was Rebecca. True. Always like that in the family. Kaya ito, chismosa. Okay? And this was the mother. Nakapati siya. But only the father was talking to Esau. So what did Rebecca do? So when Esau left for the open country to hunt game and bring it back, Rebecca said to her son Jacob, ini ang nanay inihan, the mother, manipulating and doing everything for the son. "Look, I overheard your father say to your brother Esau, bring me some game and prepare me some tasty food to eat, so that I may give you my blessing in the presence of the Lord before I die. Now, my son, listen carefully and do what I tell you." Sounds familiar kung may nanay ka. Do what I tell you. Okay? Natawan mga nanay. Go out to the flock and bring me 2 choice young goats, so I can prepare some tasty food for your father, just the way he likes it. Then take it to your father to eat, so that he may give you his blessing before he dies. We continue. So Jacob said to Rebecca, his mother, "Kung imo namin, magsirihay mo, pagbuwa ka, paghimo ka something that is not right. What is your usual response as a son or a daughter? Masugot ka ba? Will you obey your parents even if you know your parent is telling you to do something that is unfair?" Depende. Some will say, depende kung ano. Kung ano kabalyo. Usually like this is how Jacob answered. Very, very unusual. Jacob did not say, Ma, I will not do it because it is wrong. This is how Jacob answered. But my brother is a hairy man, while I have smooth skin. Kung iya pagreklamo sa iyo, magpapahimo niya nanay. Ang iya reklamo, ang iya maghurang, at hairy skin, and iya smooth skin. What if my father touches me? I would appear to be tricking him and would bring down a curse on myself rather than a blessing. Imagine, he never said, I will not do it because it is wrong. He said that, how will we do it? And if we get found out, it would appear to be tricking him. When we know it's deliberately tricking your father. Baga, kung hawin na rin, baga lang kuno. Pero below, it's really tricking your dad. Okay? Then ano ang bato ng mother? His mother said to him, my son, let the curse fall on me. Just do what I say. Go and get them for me. You read through it in Sulod Goodman, and they trick. You're able to deceive the father. And Jacob, and Isaac really blessed Jacob. And later on, you'll find out what happened. I want to share with you 3 things when you go through about a dysfunctional family. What is a dysfunctional family? A dysfunctional family is one in which there has been a major breakdown in the basic relationships within the family so that the family itself no longer functions properly. And we have a lot of dysfunctional families. Whether you're Christian or not. Bagi ka man ng simbahan o doon sa simbahan, we have a lot of dysfunctional families. And it's happening everywhere. So leads me to my first point. 1, parental favoritism will cause what? Damage and dysfunction to the family. So you go to Genesis 25. Balik ka dito. Says it. The boys grew up, and Esau became a skillful hunter, a man of the open country, while Jacob was content to stay at home among the tents. So personality-wise pala, one was outgoing, one was probably an introvert, a homebody. Isaac, who had a taste for one thing, loved Esau, but Rebekah loved Jacob. And that is the start of every heartbreak problem in the family. When you show favoritism. Now let me ask you, who is your favorite son among your children? Pareho ba? Now let me ask you, ikaw as a son or a daughter, your parents, how did they treat you? Were you the favorite or the least favorite? Ang unang panahon, if you're a son, lalaki ka nga you're there. Okay? Pinaura ka. Especially if you're the eldest. Or if you are the youngest. Open na lahat ang pamilya. May nila kami usang eldest, usang youngest. Tag-usa. Just like pastor sa iyong pamilya. No? Tag-usa lang. As I've always shared with you, when our kids were growing up, they always ask you, God, am I your favorite? permanente ko dito. No? They will come to you and say, God, am I your favorite? And I will always tell them, let's go to the room. I would lock the door, duhala kami. King, you are my favorite. King. Kiefer naman masulod. Iyala. Kiefer, you are my favorite. Kang Kayla. Basta kami lang na duha, he had favorite. The problem is when we go together in the table at the dinner time, and everyone will claim that I am the favorite. Okay? But for me, that is good. Maabuting panahon good when you see there's always that perception among your children that an usa and favorite, iya and beautiful. And that will cause a lot of problems, especially outwardly like this one. Like, very clear. Because Esau was a skillful hunter, and Isaac had a taste for wild game, and iya paborito was Esau. Well, Jacob was content to stay at home. Permanente ada balay. Iman permanente ada balay, ang nanay. So hiya ang naging paborito liwa, ang nanay. So this, if you trace it back again to Abraham and Sarah, dito lang tikang na with Ishmael, Isaac. And later on, down the line with Jacob, who was Jacob's favorite? Joseph. The naman anak, may paborito lang yan. And down the line, a lot of heartbreaks, a lot of broken relationships, only because it started with what? Parental favoritism. Now, parental favoritism is when one or both parents display consistent preferential treatment toward one child over another. Ang allowance pala, ang usang allowance 100 lang, pero ang usang permanente 200. Ang usang permanente bago'y bado, ang usang permiladaan at bado. And we have those cases where it's very, very obvious that one of the parents would favor this child. And what happened? By picking favorites, parents damage their own relationship with their children. Especially when they become adults. And you'll see the relationships of both. Because the feeling of the son or the daughter is always that, ay, anak kong papa, mas inaura niya ang son. And when they get married, they will try to get as far away as they can from you. Third, parental favoritism affects sibling relationship, often leading to sibling rivalry. They will now fight to get your love, favor, and attention. Pasipsipay na. Okay? But in the Philippines, when you get old, they will take care of you. Everyone, papasipsipay. So may nakapa-pension. So if you don't have any pension, wala naman lalago kayo. Okay? That's a very sad reality. So first, portrait of that dysfunctional families of parental favoritism. We have gone through it, whether as a parent or as a child. As we grow up, we learn to accept. We learn to forgive. And accept that situation. By the grace of God, that when we are a victim of parental favoritism, make sure when you start your own family, you don't repeat the same. Our child will always be. Our child will always be. And you always have to reassure them that each one is unique. Each one is unique. Accept each one for who he or she is. With everything, all the things. If my son is in dasal. The other son is academic. And you have to accept that. One is civil engineering, scholar. At one, I have to pay so much at Ateneo. But you have to accept that. Because they're different. They're different. But you have to make sure that everyone gets the same treatment as much as possible. Okay? Second, sibling rivalry will cause what? Discord and disunity in the family. And you see the life of Esau and Jacob. It started very, very early in the womb of the mother. At sa kumpalante yan, may sibling rivalry na nila. Isaac prayed to the Lord on behalf of his wife because she was childless, Rebecca. The Lord answered his prayer, and his wife Rebecca became pregnant. The babies jostled each other within her, and she said, "Why is this happening to me?" So she went to inquire of the Lord. And the Lord said to her, "Two nations are in your womb, and two peoples from within you will be separated. One people will be stronger than the other, and the older will serve the younger." That is why on 27, Isaac tried to disobey God by wanting to give the blessing to Esau instead of Jacob. But in all the events, he only shows that God is sovereign. And era kung hinihingi mo scheming, exceptional, still, God fulfilled his prophecy. That it is Jacob, not Esau, who will get the blessing from God. When the time came for her to give birth, there were twin boys in her womb. Twins, huh? The first to come out was red, and his whole body was like a hair garment. So they named him Esau. After this, his brother came out with his hand grasping Esau's heel. So he was named Jacob. Imagine, asakop pa lang tiyan, paggawas pala, there was already sibling rivalry. All the more, with parental favoritism, it really fuels sibling rivalry. Everyone will be fighting to get the favor and attention of the parent. Trying to prove something, that I'm worthy of your love. And this has caused so much heartache, so much heartbreaks in the family. Even the trauma leading even beyond childhood because of sibling rivalry. And I have seen that. Both because of parental favoritism causing sibling rivalry. The worst case is really is after the parents are gone, matay lang ang kagana. Ako ay ulitin. Never to speak again to each other after the funeral. Pati na ang mga anak, ang era at mga anak, upod gihapon ng aragoy. Because sibling rivalry. For Esau, because of the deception that not only was his birthright taken, but his blessing was also taken. And Esau held a grudge against Jacob because of the blessing his father had given him. He said to himself, "The days of mourning for my father are near. Then I will kill my brother Jacob." Sugad ka lang. Sugad ka lang. Sibling rivalry is characterized by what? Competitiveness, conflict, and jealousy. Nag-aawa-away. Okay? Nagpapasikatay to the parents. Pabilib who will achieve more in life. Who will accomplish more in life. Just to prove to one of the parents na I deserve your love, not the other one. It is sad that the family is disunited because of sibling rivalry. Imbes na magbubulog, instead of brothers, siblings, cooperating, united, helping one another, magkakanya-kanya, trying to prove something to the parents. Then I want to go to the third one. Part of that. Once, parental favoritism, may pabor, kaduha, sibling rivalry. And this, I think, this is in the Bible. This is in the Bible. Toxic in-laws will cause drama and division in the family. Kung gusto mo yung teleserye, you look into the family, especially with in-laws. I'll not go into specific, but you know your friends or family have gone through that. Amen, Gary. Genesis 36, 34 and 35. Now, when Esau was 40 years old, he married Judith, daughter of Beeri the Hittite, and also Basemath, daughter of Elon the Hittite. They were a source of grief to Isaac and Rebekah. Imagine when you marry someone and it becomes a source of grief to the parents. Bato-bato sa langit. Let me ask you, are you a source of grief to your in-laws? I don't know if your smile, you're thinking of something personal. But you always have to make sure, no? When you marry into a family, you should not be a source of grief, but you should always be a source of joy. But especially during marriage, I have not lost a son. I have gained a daughter. Diba? That's usually the kwento dyan sa reception. But after a few months, a few years, iba lang yung istorya. Kabay na lang rin mag-asawa ng anak. The wives of Esau were a source of grief to both, even to the father who loved Isaac and Rebekah. Then the last part, 27:46. Then Rebekah said to Isaac, ipapa-escape na niya ni Jacob kasi papatayin na niya ni Esau. So they made a scenario. And this is what Rebekah said. So this is the distance. There's disobedience, there is deception, and there's the distance. Rebekah said to Isaac, I'm disgusted with living because of these Hittite women. If Jacob takes a wife from among the women of this land, from Hittite women like this, my life will not be worth it. Imagine that. Now later on in Genesis 28, chapter 28, now Esau learned that Isaac had blessed Jacob and had sent him to Paddan Aram to take a wife from there. And that when he blessed him, he commanded him, do not marry a Canaanite woman. And that Jacob had obeyed his father and mother and had gone to Paddan Aram. Esau then realized how displeasing the Canaanite women were to his father Isaac. So in a family that's dysfunctional, it's not only between the husband and wife, the father and the mother. It's not only between the son, daughter, to the father and mother. Not only between siblings. Upod kaya po dito in atong in-law. toxic in-laws will create rifts and misery in the family. Not only that, even resentment, regrets. I always tell my sons, even God, better to have no one than to marry the wrong one. Gabay ka na na single, may nagpag-asawa, will take care of you. Just don't marry someone someone we don't like, not that, no? The wrong one. Okay? And it works both ways. Not the in-laws lang, the son-in-law, the daughter. It can also be the mother and father-in-law. Both ways. Okay? We have parents-in-law. When the daughter-in-law comes to live with us, we make life miserable for them. We try to control them. Nothing they do will ever be good for you. Ipapakuri natin nila. And it's a right. It creates a lot of problems in the family. Sometimes leads to the breakup of marriage itself. That is sad. And I am sure you know of someone during a mother-in-law. We call it monster-in-law. In the same way, I tell my kids, when you marry, you're not only marrying one person, you're marrying the whole family. The whole family. And when you marry, make sure they can adjust to us, to our family values and traditions. Because in many cases, the daughter-in-law, and they come in, the son marries the wife, they think they are the queen of the family. But who's the real queen? The mother-in-law. And it creates a lot of problems dito. Kaya nagkukumpetensyahay na hera dito. The mother and the daughter-in-law fighting for the affection of the son. Ang tamo mga single din ang mga single pa. Ha? And single again. Make sure when you marry or remarry, ha? Aro agad man, salita agad man anak yung mga kag-anak, ha? Ask for the approval of your parents if possible, ha? Kung bahera. Kasi it will smooth the relationship in the family. Sometimes you just bring anyone there and say, because I love him or because I love her. It doesn't suit to the values of their family. And for some, it's the 3 C's, diba? Dapat Christian, dapat glam, dapat hardworking, and everything else. But as I tell my kids, the first and foremost, it has to be Christian. Number 2, they have to be able to accept our family values. I always tell them, if they think we are ayaw kasi, okay? Ayaw kasi. Tell them we are the other ayaw kasi. We are the poorer ayaw kasi. So that when they marry you, they're not marrying you for the money. They're always marrying you for love. And pakilala na haamong temprano pa. So that we can get before it's. Because once they're married, they're deep into the relationship. It's hard. They may think that nakikialam ka na. So, let me end this. That really touched me. When my mother-in-law told me, "You're not a son-in-law. You are my third son." Isi ko sa akin. Bohong yan. There's no difference between a son-in-law and a son. You are my third son. That really really touched me. Treated like a son. Something that we try to aspire for, knowing that hopefully that they will accept us for who we are in the family. Because I know it was not easy to be married into a Chan family. A lot of siblings, a lot of uncles and aunties, and everyone. Yeah. And it's not easy to win them over. It took a lot of prayers. That you hope that you get to listen to those words from your in-laws. Be the best compliment and ever. I'm sure with Henry as well. And the others. To finally get the blessings of the parents of the one you will marry. For me, it is something worth getting. And I end this. Give equal time and attention. Bear the vision of this. Avoid comparison. Don't keep comparing them. They're different. They're different. Each one is unique. Accept it. Open communication. The moment that you are not able to communicate with your son or daughter, son-in-law, daughter, or your parents, the family will just disagree. Then listen. The moment you lose respect, both the parents and the son of God, there's no family to come. Siguro apelido pareho na lang. Siguro by blood. But beyond that, without respect, without love, there's no family. Plastikay na lang yan. So for parents, for soon to be parents, avoid favoritism. Make sure you treat each one equally, so there will be no sibling rivalry. And make sure the in-laws, try to treat them well. And if you're an in-law, try to respect the family values, and you will have a better family relationship. And you read through it, and you find that God redeems this family and made them into a great nation, Israel. God can redeem our family. I do not know the situation in your family, but know for sure that God can redeem our family. Commit our family. This family life was and always will be the foundation of any civilization. Destroy the family, and you destroy the country. All the problems that we have in society, everything that you have, drug addiction and all of that, trace it to two things. The breakup of marriage and the breakdown of family. Duhala ito. Breakup of family, that's the source of all the things that we see. defend your family.